Our tail of the tape for this Bantamweight Championship bout. Look at 22-5 for Sergio Pettis, 35-5 for Patricio Pitbull. Both men are champions. Both men are absolutely two of the best.
Let's go to Michael C. Williams.
Here at Ring Trust Arena live on Showtime, Bellator MMA now presents back-to-back world title fights. Tonight's double main event begins with five 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Bantamweight World Championship. Sanctioned by the Illinois State Athletic Commission Director Nancy Ilg. And now, introducing first, the blue corner. At 5'6", weighing in 134.2 pounds, the former lightweight and current featherweight champion looks now to make history as the first ever 3-division world champion. Tonight, he steps into the cage with a veteran professional record, 35 victories, 5 losses. From Natal, Rio Grande do Norte, Brazil, presenting the challenger, Patricio Pitbull. And across the cage, the champion tonight fights out of the red corner at 5'6", weighing in 134 pounds even. After a spectacular knockout victory in his last title defense, he now returns to defend his belt for the second time, entering with 22 wins, 5 defeats from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ladies and gentlemen, the defending Bellator Bantamweight World Champion, SP Sergio Pettis. And your referee in charge, Kevin McDonald.
Gentlemen, 5-round fight for the belt. We went over the rules in the back. I want a good, clean fight. If you'd like touch gloves now, please return to your corners.
Sergio Pettis, one of 8 fighters to hold the Bellator Bantamweight belt. It is on the line tonight in this potentially historic scrap. Patricio Pitbull looked shredded at the weigh-in at 135. Credits the fighting scientist, Francisco Freitas, for helping him make weight the right way. He is the first challenger in a Bellator champion versus champion fight to drop weight and move down a weight class. And of course, questions surrounding that. How will he take a punch, and how will the weight cut affect his speed and his conditioning?
That is everything. And, I normally will tell you, I never like when a guy goes down in weight. He's done it from the time that he was getting ready for his fight in Japan back in October is when he started his weight cut, and he has continued that diet, that weight cut all the way to this moment. He's done it the right way, but it's still a dangerous thing to do, and we're going to see if it has any effect on his performance.
And here in the Midwest, the defending champion, Sergio Pettis, a fan favorite. Many fans making the trip from Milwaukee to Chicago, just about an hour away, as Patricio Pitbull already having success with the calf kick to the lead leg, and that's something he'll definitely want to try to exploit and capitalize on. And we talk about the trajectory. The career of Patricio Pitbull came in a heavy-handed brawler. BJJ black belt, got a heel hook victory in his first Bellator fight, but he's continually reinvented himself. I match his fight IQ to anyone in the sport, John.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You can take a look at, who he trains with, what he does. Henry Cejudo, who won multiple world titles, Olympic gold medals, he credits Patricio Pitbull. I stole Patricio Pitbull's style.
There's a nice jab and the right hand through the guard, and incredibly technically proficient is Sergio Pettis. The Taekwondo background obviously has some ostentatious attacks in his arsenal, as we saw in his first title defense. And hey, also a very high fight IQ.
Sergio Pettis has proved himself to be just an outstanding fighter, and he's just getting better. He has not reached that peak yet. He is always adding tools, and he's getting better and better in the cage. He's become more relaxed. Take a look at him right now. He's relaxed in the middle, and that's a big element.
Has one of the most educated jabs in the sport, and really works that 1-2, and there's the kick in. As the Taekwondo background, John, more of a snap to those kicks, unlike the karate-style kicks.
Absolutely. The Taekwondo style, they actually use the foot a lot to be that hitting element.
And a lot of spinning attacks, and there's a body kick by Patricio Pitbull. And yes, this is really the storyline for me. Who's going to be able to counter the counter?
And that's really, right now there's a feeling out process. A lot of people are wanting to come out and just start throwing. They're both feeling each other, seeing the tells, seeing where they think they can start to apply their skill set.
Pettis sat down, and there's a level change, and Pitbull with the takedown, but Pettis very dangerous off his back, very active. And so it's Pitbull that goes for the takedown early and now has the back of Sergio Pettis.
Yeah, and this is another storyline in this entire fight when you take a look at Daniel Vanderlei, a guy who worked with Pettis throughout his career.
The BJJ black belt is under Daniel Vanderlei for Pettis, but he's not in Pettis' corner tonight, John.
He's in Pitbull's corner, and that's psychological warfare. That's part of the game.
And it's actually been years that he has left Rufus Sports, set up shop in Brazil, but Daniel Vanderlei, yes, helping Sergio Pettis prepare for this fight. Pettis back to his feet, and he goes to the calf kick of the lead leg of the featherweight champ, looking to make MMA history here tonight. Very tactical affair. Patricio Pitbull's corner, looking on as he, of course, comes out of Brazil. Luis Santos, 6 years part of the Brazilian national boxing team, has really helped Pitbull in that regard. Eric Albarracin, who, of course, works with the Cejudos, Henry and his brother, really helping Patricio with his wrestling.
The captain has been there with him for a long time. The real thing, there's been one common opponent if you look at both these guys. Juan Archuleta.
Slips.
Juan Archuleta faced Pitbull in the Featherweight World Grand Prix, and Juan Archuleta faced and lost his title to Sergio Pettis as a bantamweight.
Switching stances, tactical, high-level affair, both champions. And so far, there, the counter right hand by Pitbull as Pettis went high with the kick, and there Pettis looking to use the cage for a Showtime Superman punch. So a interesting opening 5 minutes, John, collecting that all-important data. And southpaw stance for Pettis. Pitbull darting in and out. Nice counter left from Pettis. Caught Pitbull upstairs.
That was a nice left hand by Pettis. Landed flush.
High kick partially blocked. Calf kick to the lead leg of the southpaw Pettis. And again, this calf kick's all important part of Pitbull's strategy. Both of them waiting for the other to go. Again, who's going to counter the counter? It's Pitbull again, scoring to the lead leg. Leaps in with a left hook before Pettis countered.
Counters with the right hand over the top, and that's a smart move by Pettis. Every time he's going to throw that, you need to respond with that counter.
Pettis goes back to southpaw, his trainer, Duke Rufus. Kickboxer extraordinaire. Lots of success at Rufus Sport. Wanted him to get off the center line with the jab, and now showcasing the southpaw attack, going to the body with the liver kick back to orthodox. Meanwhile, Pitbull taking those small steps forward, trying to close the distance where he can explode at the drop of a dime. Feint, and there's a Pettis.
Pitbull really fading that right hand.
Trying to get Pettis to bite.
Yep.
Trying to set that trap. 3 minutes remaining here in the second. Body kick by Pettis. Again, with his kicking pedigree, Very technical, though. When you go that distance, John, you do open yourself up to a counter grab takedown attempt. Nice body shot, and then upstairs by Pettis. His best combination of the fight.
It's a great combination by Pettis, and you're absolutely right. The thing about Pettis when he kicks, he does have it's a snap on
yes.
the kick. He doesn't just kick through the hip. He uses that knee. It's a different style of kicking. It's what brought him up from Taekwondo.
And Pitbull continues to go to the lower leg with the calf kick and the inside low kick. And now the spinning wheel kick by Pettis. Taekwondo 101.
Big time move. It caught Patricio a little off guard, a little off target.
Final 2 minutes of the second. Pitbull continues, putting on pressure, short steps, closing the distance, backing Pettis up, but Pettis moving to his right now, trying to disrupt Pitbull.
But even Pitbull, he incorporates this very karate type.
Yeah, karate-centric stance, exactly.
Much like a Lyoto at times. And he's having problems with the reads on Pettis. You can see that he's not comfortable at times.
Counter left hook by Pettis, or excuse me, Pitbull, and then Pitbull jumping knee. Pettis turns it around and puts Pitbull on the fence. So both of them have gone for the flashy attack. The spinning wheel kick by Pettis, the jumping knee by Pitbull. Yes, a sweet jab. What I like about Pettis as well, John, he doesn't only move one way, darts left to right, doesn't become predictable. Nice, rips the left hook to the body, showcasing his hand speed. He's got above average hand speed.
Nice four-punch combination by Pettis.
Jab, counter left by Pettis. Yep, and starting to land the counter effectively. Pettis giving Pitbull different looks, shifting from orthodox to southpaw.
That T kick up the middle, it should be used often by Pettis.
Pettis also likes to launch lead leg kicks, and there the takedown attempt by Pitbull, well defended by Pettis, and he removes himself from harm's way, resets. So, and really a telegraph takedown attempt there by Pitbull, John. Yeah. Well defended by Pettis. 10 seconds left in the second, and again, the spinning wheel kick. Clip! Pitbull!
He's hurt.
Pitbull retreating to the corner, sweeping right up by Pettis. Pitbull was staggered by that spinning wheel kick near the end of the round.
Well, you can see the confidence in Sergio Pettis building in that second round. You can see that he was feeling better about opening up the attacks and finding those counters when Pitbull would try to strike.
Round 3, Pitbull again going to the inside leg kick to the lead leg of the Bantamweight champion. Unofficially, Big John McCarthy has it even, and now Pettis putting together combinations, has to be mindful of the counter, the left hook from Pitbull, but Pitbull now putting pressure on Pettis. But one thing Pettis really takes pride in staying calm, staying true to his game plan, and he feels the later this fight goes, the more it favors him. As he says, I get better as the fight goes on. His takedown defense has been on point.
It has. He got surprised in that first round by Pitbull shooting in on him. Wasn't expecting, but now he's...
And even that takedown
did nothing.
Did nothing for Patricio Pitbull. Jab from Pettis, L walking, and Pitbull resetting and trying to get a read, trying to find a way. Oblique kick from Pettis.
And this is the big difference between Sergio Pettis of now and the one in the past is people were able to take him down at times and keep him on his back. He is not easy to take down. Juan Archuleta in their championship fight tried to take him down. How many times was unable to get him down? We saw Patricio get it in the first round, but since that time, each attempt has been stuffed.
The nickname Pitbull, we do know that a hurt dog is a dangerous dog, especially for Patricio Pitbull. And Pettis now 1-2, but does a good job of avoiding the steam of that attack, resetting. Both of them have incredible vision, John, to see through the exchanges.
very technical fight.
Yeah,
so
Pitbull
far.
wanting to parry that jab from the southpaw stance. Very technical, John. There's that high kick, partially blocked by Pitbull.
And this is part of what we were talking about at the start of this fight. You know, everyone looks at, well, you're the 145-pound champion. You're dropping down to 135. That means that you're going to beat that guy because you're bigger, stronger. Speed. Speed is a hard thing to deal with. And Sergio Pettis is a fast fighter. And if there's one thing, is in this fight when you're look at the counters and look at how many times Sergio is able to touch Patricio as he's trying to get his shots in. Beautiful
Triple
job.
4 jabs and a body shot to put the exclamation point on that sequence. And that's the thing. The camp didn't want Pitbull to come in heavier than 150 or 154 tonight so that he doesn't lose his speed, but just naturally, John, you're coming down 10 pounds. And here, look at the numbers, John. The champion with a big edge in terms of strikes landed. And again,
Absolutely.
a battle of counter punchers.
Yeah, and you're talking, look at 20 of 35. That's outstanding. He maintains that type of percentage at 57. That's bad news for Pitbull.
Quick reflexes by Pettis. Great reaction. There's a right hand from Pitbull.
The best part about what Sergio Pettis is doing, he's throwing a lot of straight shots, which is only getting him there faster.
He's thrown 115 shots compared to Pitbull's 100, but again has landed higher as the blood now, the left side of Pitbull's face around that left eye. Just over a minute remaining here in the third, and Pitbull backing up, oblique kick by Pettis. Pitbull unable to get any real flow established here or any sense of trying to solve the puzzle that is Sergio S.P. Pettis. And again, Pettis continues to change it up. That was a stiff jab from Pitbull.
That was a clean right hand by Pitbull also. But good return. Good return by Pettis to come right back at him.
And now pace picking up a bit. Pitbull putting on the pressure, goes for the takedown, changes levels.
Got both hands clasped.
Pitbull takes him down into the half guard. And now 20 seconds left in the third round. Pitbull 2 of 5 in the takedown department. Had one in the opening round, went 0 for 2 in round 2. Now 1 for 2 here in the third, but really unable to get anything going. And trying to go to mount, well defended by Pettis, and time runs out in round 3. Patricio Pitbull trying to become the only man to ever win titles in 3 divisions. Sergio Pettis obviously doesn't care about that narrative as we head into the championship rounds. Round number 4. Pettis avoiding that chopping low kick by Pitbull, and Pitbull now utilizing some foot movement, trying to find a way in, John, trying to find a path. And again, though, I mean, not to beat the dead horse, but it really is true. It's who's going to counter the counter, and when you have 2 counter fighters at stakes like this.
And who has countered the counter? Well, more successfully.
More successfully,
Sergio Pettis.
Absolutely.
But the big thing that you've always got in the back of your mind with Pitbull, he's got that one-punch power.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen it time and time again. All of a sudden, he unleashes that right hand or the left hook. He's got power, and he can put you away. So,
and while Pettis may not have as much shot-for-shot power, he has some scintillating attacks in his arsenal.
Boy, he does. And really, we talked about volume. Just touch him. He's been doing that. He's been doing that exceptionally well. And he needs to stick with it. The one thing I would love to see Sergio Pettis do is attack the body with those teep kicks up the middle just a little bit, because that keeps Pitbull at a range where he's unsure when he wants to come in based upon, I don't want to get the kick up the middle again.
At the same time, it appears Pitbull's still unsure when to do that in this instant. You see, you know, it's a case of where nice Pitbull tries the counter left.
And that's the problem right now for Pitbull, as you notice, you know, Sergio initiates the attack. Pitbull goes for the counter, but he's just a little bit off.
Pettis again wanting to use that patented jab. Final 3 minutes of the 4th round. Pitbull again doesn't set up the shot, John.
No, that wasn't a good setup.
But it's been throughout other than the first takedown, his attempts have been telegraphed.
Well, his last one that he got in deep, he got the takedown. He was able to have the last round, but it hasn't had an effect on the fight.
And it seems to be that's still where he wants to continue to go. There lands the overhand right as Pettis delivered the oblique kick, but low output from Patricio Pitbull. In terms of connection, their pressure is there. Would you like to see more offense? Again, knowing the style, it's there again, looking for the single. Now takes the back of Pettis.
Nice job. Pettis going in the cage to use that as a balance point. Patricio trying to lace that leg through. Nice job by Pettis to shuck him off.
And the takedown defense on display as Pitbull now 2 for 7 in terms of the total fight, and 0 for 2 here in round 4.
That, no matter what, that becomes frustrating for Pitbull. It gives confidence to Pettis. You keep on trying, I keep on getting away from you. Pitbull keeps going back to it, which I like, but there is some frustration now.
When it comes to the weight cut, when it comes to how he has responded, how he looks, John, at 135, what do you think?
Well, you know,
conditioning and
his conditioning looks fantastic.
Always, right? Yeah.
You know, he's a professional, and the one thing I will say though, what hurt him earlier? Well, it was a kick. Kicks are heavy. You know, that could have happened if he was in featherweight. So I really haven't seen anything that I say has had a bad effect from him going down to 135.
Except one thing, that being Sergio Pettis right now.
Yeah, well, the big difference is many times Patricio is the faster fighter. He's not the faster fighter tonight.
Under a minute left here in round 4.
Not that he's slow, but he's not the faster one.
Pettis, good counter, right hand by Pitbull. Pitbull changing levels, but again, immediate reaction from Pettis, the overhook.
Nice knee inside by Pitbull. If you're gonna get that exit, leave him something to remember. That's what he did.
Switch kick there by Sergio Pettis, blocked by Patricio Pitbull. Front kick to the face by Pettis, and that caught Pitbull. And the alacrity, the speed of those kicks. 5th and final round on deck for the Bantamweight Championship. Sergio Pettis, no sign of cage corrosion after the longest layoff of his career, 18 months, coming off a torn ACL. Patricio Pitbull coming down in search of history. 5 minutes left.
You know, and you bring that up more, and that's a great point, is he is coming off of ACL surgery, the longest layoff of his career, and Sergio Pettis has just looked fantastic.
You know, we saw Patchy Mix when Sergio Pettis was at Jackson Wing preparing to fight Brandon Moreno, which was a huge win for him when he was in the UFC. In many ways, again, setting up here for another big win. But Pettis said, talking about the experience with Mix, everyone is blown away by Patchy Mix, but talk about what you've seen out of Sergio Pettis heading into this 5th and final round, and conversely for Patricio Pitbull, adjustments that need to be made. He's a master of adjusting.
Well, he's a master of adjusting, but the problem is his speed is unable to match the speed of Sergio Pettis. Pettis is able to get there. Look at that beautiful left hand straight down the pipe. And that's the big difference. He's not throwing looping shots that are taking more time to get there. He's throwing straight shots, while Pitbull is throwing looping shots at times, and it's taking a long time to get there. Sergio's shots are reaching the target quicker. You can see, right at this moment, Patricio is pressing. He's going after him. He's trying. He's doing everything he can.
Lead right hand by Patricio Pitbull. Back to orthodox goes Sergio Pettis, trying to establish that jab, keep the challenger at bay. Goes back to the leg. That oblique kick. Moving to his right, darting to his left, trying to disrupt whatever rhythm that Patricio Pitbull's trying to set up, unable to do so. But Pitbull's putting on that pressure, and there's Pettis, though, initiating the attack upstairs. Good hand speed. Great combination, John, by the champ.
Absolutely.
Bantamweight
Downstairs,
champ, Sergio Pettis.
upstairs.
Pitbull closes the distance, but unable to keep Pettis along the fence. Midway point of the 5th and final round.
Not many times do you see Pitbull where he's the guy going backwards this time. This is the norm that you'll see. Him coming forward, capturing the center of the cage, making nice bursts and landing shots, but he has had nothing but problems in landing shots that are clean against Sergio Pettis.
Unable to keep Sergio Pettis in his sights. Pettis again switching up stances, delivers a body kick. Pitbull trying to corral him, trying to land something, but it's Pettis who lands instead.
Pettis landing a clean combination there, and again, straight shots down the middle.
Beautiful
jab.
footwork, good angles. Sergio Pettis backing up, but maybe setting up that counter, the jab.
Great pressure by Patricio Pitbull going after him. He is trying to find that shot. It's going to change this whole thing for him.
He has just over a minute. And it's Pettis. Bending levels and then a clean right hand as the exit. And there's Pettis defending the takedown again as they jockey for position along the fence. Final 45 seconds. Pitbull pummeling. Exit Pettis. Sergio Pettis, fresh off the 2021 knockout of the year, come from behind, spinning back this KO of Kyoji Horiguchi in his return from injury layoff, taking on Bellator GOAT Patricio Pitbull. And we are 15 seconds away, spinning back fist from Pitbull. 10 seconds now left in this Bantamweight championship fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, in tonight's first world title fight, we go the distance. So we go now to your judges at cage side. Your first, Chris Lee, scores the fight 49-46. While judges Sal D'Amato and Ron McCarthy both see it the same, 50-45. I'll have it for the winner by unanimous decision. And still, Bellator Bantamweight World Champion SP Sergio
Milwaukee, baby! This shit stay for a fucking while. Let's go!
The champ is here. Sergio Pettis enhancing his legacy with a huge win over Patricio Pitbull, who is stunned and in contemplation as he has just been defeated by the Bantamweight champion Sergio Pettis, who is standing by with Big John McCarthy.
I am here with, and still, the Bantamweight champion of the world, Sergio Pettis. Sergio, you put on a surgical clinic. After the first round, where it was back and forth, you got your reads, and you used speed and precision to just take apart a guy who has been the pillar of Bellator, a two-time champion, and you just dominated that fight.
No, Mike, you got it. Hey, I just want to dedicate this fight to everybody that's going through hard times, dealing with anxiety, depression, pessimistic thoughts. For everybody that feels overlooked, tonight this one was for us. I'm a man who second guesses myself a lot, and tonight I know I couldn't bring that out here with me. I had to believe in myself, my team, and put on a beautiful performance for this crowd here tonight in Chicago. God bless you guys, I love you guys, and this shit is staying in Milwaukee for a fucking while. Believe that shit.
Sergio, you have gone through a murderer's row of bantamweights, and then you take on a guy coming down as the featherweight kingpin. What does this win mean for you?
Hey, Bellator, I'm taking out all your poster boys. Juan Archuleta, Horiguchi, Patricio. I think it's time I get some respect. Big thank you to Scott Coker, everybody over here at Bellator. I'm your guys' next star, 100%.
That was a fantastic performance. We did have the World Bantamweight Grand Prix, and we had Patchy Mix, who was the winner of the World Bantamweight Grand Prix. This will be the next matchup. Sergio Pettis, the champion, against the World Grand Prix winner, Patchy Mix.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now to the PFL MMA YouTube channel.